All right. Now, do you often feel like you just don't have enough energy to get you through the day? Well, the foods you're eating could actually be the problem. Dr. Rob is in the house, and he's going to show us the foods that, number one, slow us down, and the foods that give us that great boost that we need. Dr. Rob, just when we think we know what's going to get us that energy through the day, you say they may be giving us some adverse effects.
I know. How
What's up with that?
confusing. There's so many different food choices out there. And what's really confusing is there's foods that are healthful, but guess what? They can rob you of your energy if you consume too much of them.
Right. Let's start with the apple, because they say
An
apple a day keeps the doctor away. Of course, we love to have you every Wednesday.
I eat 2 apples a day because I try to stay away from myself.
There we go. Well, that's a whole other story, Dr. Rob.
So wait, apple or apple juice? Which is the better one? What do you think?
I would say the actual fruit, the apple.
You're right. And you want to know why you're right?
Why?
I'll tell you why. The apple itself contains all the fiber and the pectin that helps slow the digestion of the natural sugars that help provide energy for you over a longer period of time.
Okay.
Whereas a juice, everything has been emulsified, and so when you drink it, the sugar content is more powerful, and many times the fiber's been pulled out. So where the apple, you're looking at 40 calories, the apple juice drink, you're looking at 350 calories of an intense sugar spike. And when your sugars spike and come back down, you get that terrible kind of uneasy, uncomfortable feeling, and your energy waxes and wanes. So that's why you want to stick with the natural fruit, like the orange over the orange juice. Normally you go to restaurants, you see an orange juice glass like this size. Yeah. Really should be this size. That's way too much orange juice.
Why should you drink that little bit of orange juice? Is it the sugar?
It's the sugar content. The fiber's been pulled out. It's not the natural fruit, so it spikes your blood sugars, makes you crash down, and then you lose your energy.
I see. And this, honestly, is my favorite, especially when I go to Chipotle.
I love
guacamole.
Guacamole is actually healthful for you.
Okay.
And the natural fruit itself, the avocado, is, in my estimation, one of the most perfect fats that you can eat.
How much should you eat, though?
For somebody like yourself, you know, women, half of an average avocado. For men, the whole avocado at a sitting. The problem with guacamole is that people add too many things to it, like sugar, to try and sweeten it up instead of using the natural fruit itself, which is loaded with all kinds of anti-inflammatory omega-3s and healthy fat sterols that help power up your body and give you consistent energy.
Right.
So you have to watch what goes in it.
And a lot of people are doing avocado oils now as well. If you can't get the actual fruit, you can do the oil. And bread, which is something that everybody gripes with. White bread, wheat bread, honey wheat, whole wheat.
White bread, any processed bread, too many sugars. Spikes the blood sugars, makes you uncomfortable later. The blood sugar spikes, it comes back down. When we stick with Ezekiel bread, we've actually done studies on this. Ezekiel bread does not raise your blood sugar. So if you're diabetic or you have problems with your blood sugar, eating Ezekiel bread is a healthier option.
What's in the Ezekiel bread? I don't think I've ever had Ezekiel bread.
Ezekiel bread has to be frozen because of the way it's processed. It's actually not processed, and the grains, the unsprouted grains in it, will actually start to decay over time. So you have to keep it frozen or cooled until you use it. You can't just let it lay out like regular processed bread. No preservatives in it. So
is that good for folks who are going gluten-free?
Well, some people with gluten problems can have trouble with Ezekiel bread. However, Ezekiel bread is a much healthier option. Then we're looking at peanuts, walnuts, which is the healthier one. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios, knock it out of the park. When you compare walnuts and peanuts together, way more fat over here. All the anti-inflammatory omega-3s, the really healthy plant sterols that help with the bad cholesterol to bring it down and bring up the good cholesterol are in the walnut. And you know what? If you ever looked at a walnut, it's shaped like a little brain. There's a reason why.
Brain food.
Yeah, that's right. This is brain food, so you want to eat more of that.
Right now, but we were snacking on these very healthy chews.
So, you know, who doesn't want to give some treats to their kids, right? And everybody loves a gummy bear, but there's gummy bears with high fructose corn syrup. Then there's gummy bears that are organic that are made with fructose. A big difference. The high fructose corn syrup rockets that blood sugar up. The gummy bears, and who doesn't love a good gummy bear? But these, the ones with the fructose in it, are much more natural and don't raise your blood sugar so sharply.
Fantastic,
much better
Dr. Rob. Great tips. AmericasFitnessDoctor.com.
You got it.
Alpha Male Institute. Thank you so much.
Always there.
Now, our favorite.